yeah, see how we go. All right, good evening, everyone, and this is live number 91 that I hold every Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Brisbane time, and which means that every week for 91 weeks, I'm here sharing information about the validation, engineering, qualification, validation process, also other engineering subjects, and also how to get your first professional job here in Australia. And tonight is going to be an information sharing, more like a training in contract management in engineering projects. And I split in several modules, and tonight is going to be module 1, which is contract fundamentals. So just going to my PowerPoint here. Probably just need to do some I think it's a slightly little bit I'll have to probably just set up a little bit here, so it kind of I fix the setup so it doesn't cut. Yeah, life is like that, guys. If it is something that can go wrong, it usually goes wrong. Okay, so now it's much better. So contract management engineering projects. This is one of my new live series, and this series objectives, they are to build knowledge and understanding about contract management in engineering projects, to raise awareness of tendering and estimating directives and procedures, increase professionalism in contract management and administration, and improve project management performance. So hopefully by the end of this series, which is going to take several weeks, you guys will be able to achieve those objectives there. So who am I? For those that don't know me, my name is Gerson. I'm the founder of www.engineersinaustralia.com, a website to share content of value and useful information to help you in your journey to validate your engineering qualification in Australia. And I also share information about workplace health and safety, environmental management, the day-to-day of engineering in Australia, and about professional engineering recruitment. And tonight is an engineering subject that is, I hope, interest of a lot of you guys. And if you haven't joined my Telegram group yet, you can use the link below, or you can take a picture of this QR code and then join my Telegram group. For those that don't know, Telegram is like it's a messaging app, looks like WhatsApp, but in my view, it's much more professional, and it doesn't have an algorithm like WhatsApp. So it means that the messages that I send in the group, and currently I've got almost 800 members in the group, you will get the message. It's up to you to open and to enjoy the message. So you need to first download the app, and then you can either click on this link or take a picture of that QR code, and then you can join my group. So the target audience for this presentation tonight is going to be project managers, senior project managers, project engineers, graduate engineers, procurement professionals, assistant project managers, and engineers in general. So if you are one of those ones, you're the right audience for tonight's content. And in this module, Contract Fundamentals, I'm going to talk about the formation of a contract, order of precedence, contract terminology, delegated authority, and compliance and obligations. So these are the fundamentals of contracts and contract management that you need to understand. And also would like to remind you guys that next month, from the 11th of April at 10 a.m. Brisbane time, I'm going to hold a new version of the free online workshop, Engineering Qualification Validation. So if you are an engineer, especially overseas engineer, and if you haven't validated your engineering qualification here in Australia yet, you could be in Australia or you could be in your home country. This is a great opportunity for you to learn in just 1 week the whole process. So which means that after 1 week of this event, because it's going to be a whole week of event, you can start your validation process. I will teach you everything that you need to know to start your validation process. So this QR code, you can take a picture or scan this QR code and you can register to the free online workshop. Or you can go to my website, www.engineersinaustralia.com/free-workshop, and then you can register yourself for free. Very important that once you submit your registration, after a few minutes, you will get an email from myself asking you to confirm your registration. So there is a button in this email that you need to click, and then once you click on that button, you will see that you get a message that your registration is confirmed. If you don't click on that email, confirmation email, your registration is not going to be finalized, and therefore you're not going to get the workshop information and links to the videos. All right, so the first topic is formation of a contract. So obviously I won't really be able to talk about every single of these items. The idea of this series is just to give you an overall view and raise your awareness. Of course, I could talk hours and hours and hours about this content, but obviously it's not the objective of tonight. Tonight is to raise awareness about contract management in engineering projects, and so you can understand there's a lot of things that you need to pay attention to. So legal aspects of a contract: intention to create legal relationship, obviously an agreement. If you receive an offer or if you accept an offer, it potentially could be legally binded. There's a concept of consideration, legal capacity, genuine consent, and legality of objects. So those 6 items are the legal aspects of a contract, how you can enter into a contract. And what is contract management? And apologies for the busy slide, but you know, I'm an engineer. My slides usually they are very engineering kind of centered. So, but anyway, the information is there. So what's contract management? Administrative activities associated with handling of contracts, such as, so every time that you do those activities, it means that you are practicing contract management, or you are managing a contract. So if you do invitation to bid, bid evaluation, award of a contract, contract implementation, measurement of work completed, computation of payments, monitoring contract relationships, addressing related problems, incorporating necessary changes or modifications in the contract, ensuring both parties meet or exceed each other's expectations, and actively interacting with each other to achieve the contract's objective. So if you do any of those activities, you are managing a contract. Order of precedence, it's another item that I said that we're going to talk today. Very, very important, because order of precedence documents, you will use this order of precedence when you have some ambiguity or some doubts about what's in the contract. Sometimes you have conflicting information when you are managing a contract, And then how you decide which information is the valid one, you need to use the order of precedence. So those documents there, they are in order of precedence. Obviously, if there is an information, for example, in the letter of acceptance, if there is one information there, and then there's a conflicting information in, let's say, item number 5, project-specific drawings, it means that letter of acceptance information has higher order of precedence than project-specific drawings. So it means that even though there is a conflicting information between document number 1 and document number 5, for example, because letter of acceptance is in the top of the order of precedence, the information that contains in the letter of acceptance is the one that is valid. So just for you to note, there are kind of 12 documents. So letter of acceptance, notice to tenders, invitation to tender letter, subcontract including all the annexures, project-specific drawings, project-specific specifications, standard drawings, the standard specifications, manual of uniform traffic control devices, which is about obviously traffic management, conditions of tendering, completed tender form and tender schedule, and any other documents specified in the letter of acceptance. So these are the, obviously number 12 is the least, the lower level, which is going in terms of order of precedence is the weakest. Contract terminology. What is contract terminology? Contract terminology are the words or phrases used in contract to give the contract terms and conditions meaning. Contract terminology is supported by defined terms and interpretation. So very, very important in your contract. Usually there are obviously the terminology or even acronyms, the meaning of acronyms in your contract. You need to make sure that you understand very well those terms. So a defined term, what is a defined term? It is a deliberately capitalized word or phrase that explains what the defined term means. In other words, it defines the word or phrase meaning in the context of the contract or subcontract. So usually those words, they are obviously starting with a capital letter, or they are a phrase starting with capitalized words. So they are defined terms, and their definition, they usually very specified in the contract documents. And what is interpretation? Sorry, there's a bit of a mistake there. I don't like to see mistakes, so I will fix now. Interpretation, and that's what the live sessions they are. There's always something wrong. So what is interpretation? Objective information to the contract reader that explains the context of what they are reading that cannot be subjectively misinterpreted to mean something different. So this is the meaning of interpretation. The other topic is delegated authority. Delegated authorities, obviously, to have an understanding of prescribed roles and delegated authority within a contract is essential. So you need to understand, and I'm going to talk about some of the roles that are in a contract, and you certainly, if you manage the contract, you will certainly be, you will identify yourself in one of those roles. And understanding your role under the contract and your obligations is key to the successfully managing a contract. So let's see here. So these are the prescribed roles within the main contract. There's a figure of the principal, there's a figure of the principal's delegate, there's the figure of the principal's representative or principal's rep, there's a role of the administrator, the role of the administrator's rep, the role of a contractor, and the role of a contractor's rep. So very, very important for you to understand in the contract management aspect, what is your role? Because some roles, they have a delegated authority. Other roles, they cannot do few things. Other roles, they can do few things. So you need to understand what is your role, and also you need to understand what is the responsibility of those roles. And then the last bit is the contract compliance and obligations. Contract compliance is the performance of obligations set out in the contract. Obviously, in your contract documentation, there will be, let's say, as a contractor, what are your obligations? And there's usually a big list of obligations as a contractor. If you are the principal or the client, you also, as a principal, you will have a lot of obligations as well. So you got to pay attention, because the obligations that are set out in the contract, it is you need to do that to be compliant. If you don't do that, you could be breaching clauses of your contract. And depending on the type of breach of the contract, you could be in trouble, either as a principal or as a contractor. Obligations. So what are those obligations? The obligations, they could be time related, subject related, or party specific. For example, a time related. Let's say that in a contract, you signed a contract saying that let's say that you are the contractor, that you're going to deliver, complete that contract in, let's say, 100 days. And obviously 100 days in the contract, they are business days. So if you're saying that you're going to finish the subject of that contract, reach practical completion in 100 business days, this is your obligation in relation to time. Some contracts, they might have a penalty if you don't really finish in 100 business days. Obviously, if there's no other extension of time that you are entitled to. But if there's no extension of time, and if you haven't finished in 100 business days, if your contract has provisions for penalties, you will need to pay penalties, sometimes daily penalties. And who is obligated? Obviously, the contractor or the subcontractor, the principal representative, the main contractor representative, and then administrator and administrator representatives. So all of those roles, they have obligations, and under the contract, you got to fulfill those obligations. If you don't fulfill those obligations, you could be breaching the contract. And what is a breach of contract? Is failure to fulfill an obligation is a breach. A non-performance, no performance of a contract obligation at all. So let's say that you have an obligation under the contract and you didn't perform that obligation at all. So that is considered a breach of a contract under the non-performance. In terms of performance, you could still have a defective performance. So you perform the duty, but not adequately as per the contract. So that is a defective performance. Or you could have a late performance, a performance as per the contract after the time allocated in the contract. So let's say that according to the contract, you were supposed to finish one activity at one time, one date, and then you delay that completion, and then you have a late performance. So these are the items that I said that I was going to have a chat with you guys tonight. And again, if you guys have any question, feel free to send in the comments. I'm going to share with you guys the free workshop website again, so you know what you I think I'm going to see if I can access there, and so you guys can have a look. So I'm just going to access that website there. So free workshop. So hopefully it will. Just a second, guys. What is, I think it's this one there. No, it's not that one there. Chrome, not this one, not that one there. Where is that? Sorry. I'll see if I can get. Yep, I can get now. So hopefully you guys will see. Hopefully I didn't lose the sound. I think, yeah, I think you guys can still hear me. So this is the website for you to register to the free workshop. So that's starting on the 11th of April. So here you just put your email. So let's say I'll put myself there. So I'm a Brazilian, I live in Australia, and then so you put your email, your name, tick the boxes that apply, and then you register. So once you register there, you will get this page saying check your email to confirm your workshop registration. Please check your inbox or junk mail for the confirmation email. If you don't confirm your registration, you will not receive any updates about the free workshop. And don't forget to save my email address to your contacts so you can get the workshop videos. So I will double check my email and I will see if I can do something else here. So I will just share my display so you guys can see my email there. Yeah, so that is the email that I received. So thanks for signing up. Confirm your registration. So you got to make sure that you click on that button, and then once you confirm your registration, you will be taken to the confirmation page. So your registration is confirmed. Please don't forget to save my email. So when you reach this page, it means that your registration is actually confirmed. So, and down there, you can join my social media, you can join my Telegram group, you can join, you can check my YouTube, you can check my Instagram, and you can check my Facebook page as well. All right, so we'll get there. So if you're interested to participate in the free workshop, you can take a picture of this QR code, and then you will be taken to the registration page. And if you don't really have any particular question, I'll just check if I've got any question on YouTube. No questions in YouTube. I'll check any questions in Instagram. Yeah, no questions in Instagram. And no questions in Facebook as well. All right, so if I don't really have any questions, I would like to thank you guys very much. The replay of this live session is going to be in my YouTube channel and in the Facebook, my Facebook page. So please feel free to watch the replay. And then again, if you want to register to the free online workshop, you can go to the website, it's on the screen, or you can take a picture of the QR code and then make your registration there. All right. I would like to thank you guys very much, and I hope to see you guys again next Sunday, 8:30 p.m. Brisbane time, in the live session number 92. Thank you, and I'll see you later. Bye-bye.